deal that he is doing a reform that is going to make life easier for you. Emi Mayegun, the general overseer of the Temple of Truth, where it doesn't really matter how you feel or what you believe in. When truth hits you, Baba, you go know. Trust me, you will have a troubled mind. A lot of people who come here to defend the rogue and the criminals in Nigeria, is either they stop coming or they ended up getting killed from their madness. I have told you that whatever you suffered under Bokwari, whatever hardship that you felt, whatever looting that you felt that happened, all of the madness that brought Nigeria to our knees right now, that you saw under Bokwari, listen to me very well. You will see times 2, times 3 of that, if not times 5 of that, on that if no. Now only you supposed to imagine. What does that mean? So if you are living a lie, that's fine. If you see me as your enemy for trying to save your life, that's fine. I can always take a hold of that, your conscience. Put some troubles there by planting the truth that you can never, ever shy away from, run away from, ever. And most of the time, I just make your problems worse. It's such a sad thing that even though I spend a lot of time trying to show you the real criminals, or should I say the criminals you call your leaders, to help your kind of, thought process and all that. But I can't make you drop your chains. All right? A lot of you are carrying your chains about. Some said because it's golden chain. Your chain, your slavery chains. But only truth can actually set you free. Nobody is coming to fight for you. It is going to get worse. And I'm not even like wishing it on you. Imagine the Olori Brukus that spent day and night calling me names because I was telling them who APC, Egbekegbe, is. And the criminals that are no longer hiding, they are right there in plain sight. Those who spend their lives and their days and everything rebuking me, wanting me kind of either killed or arrested. Now the shege is happening to them. I am still here doing very well, by the way. Very, very well. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I am doing very well. Now I am still talking about, now that I'm talking about the consequences of your madness and Oriburukus. You won't change the story. You won't turn it around. You want to start gaslighting us. Start telling us that, Shebi, you are happy now. So are you happy that Nigeria is going bad now? Instead of you to let us talk and talk about all the bad things they are doing. Now you are now laughing at us. So you are not happy that I'm laughing at you, Ashiri. You are open, Abi, that the satisfaction you will have is to see Mayegun live the same horrible, slavish lives that majority of you are glorifying. That will make you have a very satisfactory life, Abi. Now you want to quickly accuse me of not sympathizing with you when the consequences of your choice is catching up with you. Mayegun, you know that people cannot, there's nothing people can really do. From the mouth of Olori Bruku that spent his time shouting Yoruba Ronu for Tinubu the drug dealer. Kleptomaniac. You spent your time defending drug dealer, defending career thief. Somebody will say nobody could actually trace any single job he did in his life. No single job. You can't see it did not work in his life. It never worked in his life. any legitimate job. Nothing. Everything is a pure everything is like pure conjecture. So you spent all of your time calling me his enemy. I can never achieve what he has achieved in his life. I can never reach wherever he has reached in his life. I can never be this. You can never be that. Your generation. You are saying that to me in the last 1.5 years. Now that you are buying a bag of rice for 53,000, 60,000, 62,000. Now that a liter of diesel is now 1,330 naira. A liter of your petrol is now over 600 naira, 655 naira. Abi, when your standard of living are completely dropping and cost of living completely rising, inflation is about to kill majority of you. You are not associating that to your choice. Now you want to point fingers at me and say, are you happy? Are you now happy that people are so, instead of you to let us all join together and talk to our Abulori Brukuni what join together ni. Abi join together for what I want to be, I want to near ni. So roko ye ki join together ko pa what I want to near. Oh, Robert, I'm just asking, like, roko ye ki join together ko, Now, you can now come around and say, are you happy that we are suffering? Of course, I am happy that you are suffering. Do you want me to cry for you? That your Nigeria Naira is now dancing azonto. You are not linking it to your choice, Abi. You are sitting down there, you are saying, it is because you lost election. That is why you are angry. Instead of all of us to pray for Nigeria, and you Lori Bruku are still telling yourselves, may Tinubu succeed. Like Baralong Tinubu will succeed. All of you, Olori Buashiri, you were prayer warriors, so but I yin budget on buy yin under Boko Haram. No be so? May Boko Haram succeed in Jesus' name, and Olori Bruku Amuni Buni. You are making you are actually making a God. You are blaspheming against God. And you know, Bruku we elected drug dealers. You elected career criminals. Una go come turn God to magician. God come to our rescue. God will clear our cry. God will fight for us. And you know, Bruku ashiri rada. Now you know yourself voting on Bawi. Everything don't scatter now. You know me say una go change. No, I know say una no go change. And that is why every day I will always have a reason to turn on my camera to tell you, Sheraye, can you see your life? I told you. I said I had no dog in your fight. If I am given a choice about Nigeria, Mayogo, what do you want? To break Nigeria up and let everybody go their separate ways? And you, the voluntary slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, the crumb eaters, the ass lickers, the the crumb chasers. You will easily tell me, come and break it now. Emi koni muma break in Nigeria. Show get here. It's not Mayegun that will break Nigeria. See, it is not even my wish that will break Nigeria. Now you go help them break them. Sheko ti dira darada bayi. Agbára Ọlọ́run 8 years le ma fi sun ẹkún yẹn. 8 years le ma fi ṣe prayers yẹn. You see that your 8 years, that 8 years talk that you normally talk, Abi. Majority of you don't know. If you remove 8 years from your age right now, check where you were 8 years ago. Check where you are right now. So yeah, and you are still in that place, in that contraption, Abi. Another 8 years will join to it. We'll make it 16 years. Right? Enyilema break here. Bokwari has done his part. Okay? Tinubu will complete his own task too. No thanks to you. So when you tell people that people will cry for 8 years, Baba, you are actually talking to yourselves. Here it is. For 8 years, Baba, 8 solid years. Some of your uncles and aunties, they were younger. They were 8 years younger. Back then, they were after me. They were always here. Some of them Tidolushi. You understand what I mean by what Tidolushi? They cannot even afford to spend 10 minutes on Mayegun's video anymore. Oshiti Bawon, they can no longer afford that anymore. Our uncles and aunties, those of you who see they get muscle like mosquito, your muscle go expire soon. Ask your uncles and aunties. You have no idea what an economic jihad simply mean. What he capture, you understand? They will shock you. Now, what would then happen is that by the end of that 8 years, to survive, if you manage to survive, you can't be normal anymore anyway. So get yourselves ready for it. I have told you, make all your choices and don't get dog in your fight. If you keep keeping Nigeria as your one Nigeria, me, Mayegun, every day, I would always have a reason to turn on my camera to remind you that way. If you haven't, if Nigeria never kill you now, wait, it go reach you soon. Even me, self, it go reach everybody. But before it reach my turn, I will use your story to tell other people that you they see everywhere you go now, people are crying everywhere, like serious hardship. You get what I mean? Those will be said that they feed for house, 33 years old, where they still they feed inside in papa and mama house, who have no idea what billing is on social media defending APC. Now APC don't drop the bomb. Few weeks ago, it was the National Assembly that were given 240 billion. Tinubu is actually giving to himself and his cronies and the rest of them over 1 trillion naira. That is just going to be a ship from Tinubu. I'm coming, You look at this ship, Now, you know that Rafael Nadal, that lawn tennis champion, Rafael Nadal, now in ship be this. That ship is $5 million. That is what Tinubu want to buy. Since them born me for Nigeria, I never hear say Nigeria president won't buy ship. He won't buy yacht. You know, say, if you see, they say, wait till me that one, they say, Yatch, they call him before. But because I live in the UK, and it's so embarrassing when you have to explain to people that I said, Yatch. You know, like Yatch, big Yatch. I said, what are you saying? Oh, Yatch. It wasn't Yatch, gone. Says Yatch. Okay, Yatch. Now 5 million Yatch be this, so that is what they want to buy for Tinubu. And for those who know very well, this is going to be an instrument for drug smuggling. As you are seeing the Mexican prostitute too, you go to see the Arabian prostitute too. You go to see Saudi Arabia prostitute. They see what is it they call her? Qatar prostitute, Italy, everywhere. They go they come the ball. Why do you? They born to suffer head. You go they pray for them, make them succeed. Along, I don't know where your eyes do. Even me self, I dey pray. Say make Tinubu succeed. On this journey, Abi. Anyway, we'll stop by a bit before we go into the supplementary budget. By the way, Tinubu they talk to his ministers, and I know it can be annoying. I have cut them into pieces, okay? But you need to listen. It's part of the conversation, please.
And please be assured that this great country is one family. In one house, geographically located, partitioned and living in different rooms, but we are all one family. And we are here to make allegiance and give direction to that one family, making sure that relationship can only be stronger if we give hope to our people, can only achieve our vision with boldness and strong determination, with collaboration. I've stated before, no one succeeds alone. The civil service, You must not see a minister as he or she will come and go, you will be there. You must make a positive team for the good of this country. Yes, I admit and I accept the asset and liability of my predecessor. It's part of definition in my professional background. But you are in this ship. You will make good of it, but not wreck it. You are a member of a great family. Don't see that minister as opportunistic.
When I shake my head like this, I feel like I am seeing a vision that is so real. Ẹ má jẹ ìyà lọ́wọ́ Tinubu. Mi mọ mo lè describe ẹ. Ẹ má jẹ ìyà o. Okay. There is another one. He's motivational speaker. Here is another one.
The challenges are all over the world. You can see the chaos all around you. But be focused, like a man driving in the tunnel. Don't see the sky. Don't look up. Face your direction. Be committed to the value and principle of result that will affect you, your neighbor, and the entire nation. We've spent the last 6 months reviewing and evaluating ourselves. We've come a long way. But we set the agenda. Healthcare is a priority. Education of our people is a must. No weapon, no other weapon against poverty than education. You have opportunity to change things. Recently, or 3 days ago, we received the Chancellor of the Republic of Germany and his delegation of investors. One of their key complaints and a question is whether they can bring their capital, repatriate their dividends, or if not satisfied, take their capital away.
Anyway, that was Kolu talking to his would-be thieves. I'm going to come back to that too before we continue. I told you I cut them into pieces so that you won't get too annoyed and bored. All right? So, what is trending initially today was that Tinubu want to buy 1.5 billion naira cars for his wife. Himself and the shitty man, they want to spend 12 billion naira on houses to renovate their houses in Abuja and Lagos. They want to spend 29 billion naira in procuring new sports utility vehicles, SUVs, for the presidential villa. There are many, and they want to spend 5 billion naira in procuring a new yacht for Tinubu. In the old scheme, they managed to put aside 5.5 billion naira for student loan. They didn't forget you. I told you that last night. I said, all of you now, where they beg for money on social media for your school fees, for your school fees and all of that. Tinubu has removed subsidy on education and he has introduced school fees to your universities now, okay? Don't beg for money online. Just go to the student loan bank. They are going to open in January. 5.5 billion is for that. 5 billion for Yatch. 5.5 for student loan. They didn't forget you. But while everybody is still kind of going crazy, waiting be this. Even APC supporters were like, which one be this again? I mean, they won't go borrow 2.1 trillion, 2.2 trillion. And they want to use the money to buy cars. They want to use the money to, waiting be this. Waiting be this. And I never see any. This one I just toss pay. I told you last night, it's just starter. Yeah, what do you have? Yes, sir, we have ukwobi, we have isiewu, we have egusi, we have assorted, we have amala, we have you know what? Give me starter before I eat. Give me starter. 2.1 trillion as starter. Yeah. We were still kind of trying to figure out she na true or been a lie. People shake pariwo shak. Did they beat chairman NLC? You cannot beat the leader of all the Nigerian union workers. I mean, Abi Workers Union, Denny. Want to know NLC chairman be Nisha. The beating was so much that some of the union, one of them actually had to issue a statement. We are going to do a national protest. Kilo day, come and explain. Come here. Mr. NLC chairman, what happened? We saw the news that you are going to Imo State to go and fight for the workers there, that they have not really been paid for over 20 months. How is that even possible? Places or Dingba is owing some workers 20 months unpaid salary. How is that even possible? So if the leader of the Nigerian workers, see the number of Nigerian workers, so you know how many millions are there? That's like about 1 million or 2 million. Now their president be that too. NLC president, or be NLC chairman. So if NLC chairman come to your state, that is like 10, that's like a 2 million federal workers or 10 million Nigerian workers. So their head coming to your state. You know, see that one a heavy head. You're not supposed to be careful. And if you are workers in that state, that should give you moral booster. They say, Mora, hi. That's what the workers were supposed to be doing in Owerri today when their president landed. But Nigeria is not a real place anymore. A lot of you don't even know. And even those who actually knows, they can't, it's difficult for them to actually accept that Nigeria is not a real place. So person will can't do Mora, hi for workers when the beating started. Now the workers come, they say, what to be chairman, what to be president, or they don't carry chairman, they don't carry, who carry chairman, how then carry chairman, how then carry president of the union? Police said it is for his own safety. They took him into protective custody because they want lynch him. And when I saw the picture, I was like, you beat somebody, papa, like this because he won't fight for workers. But some people are already saying, my good forget his Jare. He cannot be collecting bribe in Abuja and say he want to strike. He want to strike in Nigeria. Then they will pay him bribe. And then suddenly they no strike again. They will strike next time. But he want to go and start a strike in Imo State. When no place Dingba has been staging different spectacle upon spectacle in Imo. Spectacles orishirishi. Because the election is going to be this Saturday. How can this NLC president come to our state and say he want to strike? Say he want make what do you call it? Owerri. Supreme Court governor of Owerri. All places are Dingba to lose. This is Nigerian talking, not me. That's what they were saying. Say, lewa normal yen ba yen. You can't beat them like that. That's too much. They say it's not too much. My ego. They're supposed what? Kill him. A jury, I be waiting be a name. Come. What really happened? Mr. President NLC. Tell us. That was when a jury dropped this.
Extend interim order. As interim order elapsed with time. You know, if they had issued a fresh interim order, it's a different thing.
Yes.
You understand? You know, I say, see what you are reading now. You don't read this thing to where some of us are. They don't extend interim order. If it expires within 1 week or 2, you should have issued another order.
Yes. Ex parte.
You know, so they kept that letter. They kept that thing they posted to them.
Okay.
That they say, whether do I know that I should this thing they can prosecute me about? I say, well, it is the same court that granted this order that can institute a contempt charge.
Yes.
You know, you can't just now start prosecuting me. My brother.
They were beating you.
They beat me. God must have taken extra time to create me. Ordinarily, kind of beating.
You received. Okay. At this jet age.
I don't know the word where this thing is.
Okay. We don't have his number.
No, I don't have any number.
That is the president of NLC in Nigeria. Did you hear him when he said, they beat me? They started beating me. They beat me. That God must have used a special time to create him. He's saying that if it is not because God created him specially, they go don't beat him to death. On top waiting. What kind of a country is this? It is Nigeria. Let me take you quickly. Let me take you through the supplementary budget quickly. This is the supplementary budget that is making all the kind of waves that you are probably hearing online now. Let me see if I can bolden it enough to become readable. Okay, I think that's pretty much all right. Let me reduce it a bit so that I'm not blocking any figure, because I'm going to be scrolling through them, and you can check, and you know what I mean. So here we go. Tinubu is asking for 2.17 trillion naira, and it is called supplementary budget. They are going to borrow the money. Okay, so they started with the Nigeria Ministry of Defense. Okay, this is the same ministry that has been given over 4 trillion in 2023 budget. But they want to give them this extra. It's just like Rabba say, yeah, you take this one. So the ministry is going to collect 476 billion, 543 million, 847,421. Now, if you look at the breakdown, you will see the ridiculous things they want to spend the money on. Most of them, you can easily tell they are just make-up nonsense. This is defense. So, for example, so they want to buy guns for Nigerian army. All right. Even though they've already written the budget of 2024 with 27 trillion naira as the budget. Also, they're going to buy guns for the army anyway. So, yeah. They said allowance for troops on external operation. That will cost them 18 billion. That will cost them 5 billion. Fourth quarter, internal operation, whatever that means, 10 billion. Request for critical and urgent operational support to procure equipment, that will cost 16 billion. For Nigerian Army, special intervention to upscale Nigerian Army operations across the country, that's going to cost 90 billion. Request for fund payment of outstanding group life insurance, 5 billion. Fourth quarter 2023 internal operation. Look at this one. Request for critical and urgent operational support for procure equipment. And then you see internal operation too, right? Now, let's go further. Nigerian Navy. They will take 62 billion from the money, from that 400 billion. Nigerian Air Force will take 112 billion from the money. This is what they will use the money for. Procurement of guns, as well as special this. And this is where you see the presidential yacht. They just hide it inside that place. So they want the Nigerian Navy, okay? They are getting it through the Nigerian Navy, okay? Because Nigerian Navy will be the one to be driving it, just like, to be cruising it for him. Just like the Nigerian Air Force will be the one to also provide the pilots for the 14 presidential fleets that comprises of the private jets as well as shoppers. Now that is it. Almost 5.1 billion naira to buy a presidential yacht. Okay. Now the Air Force, they will collect around 12 billion from the money. And this is what they will buy with the money. Now, when you go further, the Defense Intelligence Agency, they will collect 17 billion from the money. Now, Ministry of Defense, National Defense College, they will collect 22 billion from that money. Then you have Police Formation and Command. Police will collect 50 billion. 29 billion of the money is called recurrent. The money they spend on buying things or paying salary and all that. So FCT Abuja will collect 100 billion from the money. And this is what FCT Abuja will do with the 100 billion. Okay. So construction of appeal court with 10 billion naira. They want to build another appeal court with 10 billion naira. So then if you go further, they have Office of the National Security Advisor. This is the office of Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. His office will collect 29.7 billion naira from that money. Now, look at this. This is what we use the money for. Settlement of outstanding annual service, legal agreement, and bandwidth subscription, internet subscription, ONSA intelligent platform, social media platform where they are monitoring all of us. They are going to spend 4.7 billion. That's what Ribadu will spend in spying on all of us, checking all of us, what we are posting on social media and all of that. So that when they need to arrest you, they can easily get that done, okay? Now, they say there is Operation Mad Thunder. That is this one is not the Defense Ministry. This one is just within the office of Ribadu alone, National Security Advisor to Tinubu. That will take 10 billion naira. They will spend 10 billion naira on a Mad Thunder up. God knows what that is. So on presidential fleets, listen to this. So Nigerian Navy, so Nigerian Air Force are the ones in charge of Nigerian presidential fleet. But for office of Ribadu to manage the presidential fleet, which are the planes, the shoppers, all that, yeah, not cars, just the plane and all that. Ribadu will need 12.7 billion naira to ensure that the presidential planes are working fine. So here is another one. They say part settlement of outstanding liabilities for procurement of treated operational vehicles. They want to buy vehicles and all that with 2.2 billion. For office of Ribadu, just like Tinubu's wife's office as well. Now here is another Department of Security. So they will take 49 billion. They are called Department of State, DSS. The Dokwemu Stupid Service, all right? So this is what they want to use the money for. They need to get something, it's a IFSI catcher, 5G upgraded version. The way they are going to hack into your WhatsApp, into your text messages, into your phone calls, and all of that. So then they want to buy ammunitions, DSS, and all of these. They need the assault rifles, so everything shot. They also need cars, all right, because they are currently working, they are currently trekking. So that will cost everything 49 billion from that money. Now here is State House, Tinubu's ass old rock. Inside the ass old rock, they will spend 28 billion from that money. They are borrowing the money. It's not that Nigeria has the money. They are borrowing it. So inside the state, as Old Rock, Abuja, they will spend 28 billion to buy. Number one, they want to buy vehicles, 2.9 billion. They want to buy operational pool vehicle again. That one is 2.9 billion. They want to renovate the Shetima's house. That is 4 billion. They want to computerize and digitalization of the State House. Currently, Aso Rock no get computer. E no get internet. So to put the internet and computer inside the Aso Rock, it's going to cost 2.5 billion. So construction of office complex within the State House. They want to construct office complex inside the Aso Rock. That is going to cost 200 million naira. So they want to renovate Dodon Barracks, official residence of Tinubu. That is going to cost 4 billion. They want to renovate the official quarters of Shetima in Lagos, which is the Vice Presidential Lodge in Lagos. That's going to cost 4 billion. So they want to buy acquisition and renovation and rehabilitation of 2 numbers of EFCC forfeited quarters at State House complex inside at Mabushi. That's going to cost 1.5 billion. Then if you go further, the same thing in Gusape in Abuja, that's going to cost 1.5. They want to buy the vehicles for the office of Remi Werekwe, the office of the First Lady. That is going to cost 1.5 billion. They needed cars for her. She's currently trekking and carrying Korokwe Okada. And remember, they are very poor too. They need cars for her. Then you see the Ministry of Works. They will take 300 billion from that money. And these are where they want to renovate the roads. They want to rehabilitate or renovate across Nigeria. So here, then if you go further, all right, they have, highway, north, east, west, south, and everywhere. This time around, they were able to put the southern part of Nigeria, the south, the southeast. They were able to put them as attention, but they are not going to build any road. They are not going to construct any road. All of these things you are reading right now is the exact thing they are going to transfer to 2027 budget. They will just change the numbers. Where you see 160 million, they will change it to 1.6 billion. So as to make up the 27 trillion budget for you. All of these things right now, they will transfer them into the 2027 budget as well. So, but fine, just so you know. They said Ministry of Agriculture will collect 200 billion. So they want to give 200 billion to Ministry of Agriculture. Out of that, they want to procure, chemicals. They want to do trainings. They want to support farmers. In fact, they actually want to give 1.5 billion to farmers across the across the length and breadth of Nigeria. So they also have Ministry of Housing, where they expect them to, those ones will collect 100 billion. So Tinubu said they will be building renewed hope houses, estates. They will be building estates across Nigeria that will be called renewed homes. So 100 billion for that. So then you see statewide votes. God knows what that simply means. They say recurrent, which include wage award, 4 months. Those they are owing. Cash transfer, 400 billion. Wage award, 210 billion. Take-off grant for the new ministry that Tinubu created, 3 billion. Monitoring and evaluation of everything, 2 billion. So Tinubu is going to spend 615 billion from that money on statewide votes. Now, that cash transfer is, they said, some people also need money from across Nigeria that are asking him for money. So they are providing 400 billion for that. Nobody knows who are those people. What is that 400 billion for? Then now, education. They said capital supplementation. That will take 210 billion. 210 billion. And they quickly hide education fund. They say education loan fund for funding student loan, 5.5 billion naira. That is what Nigerian students whose education and then what have you has kind of skyrocketed today as the hardship in Nigeria is pushing a lot of them into poverty. Many of them are contemplating already that they are now they won't have to go back to their schools because they can't afford that. They can no longer afford their education. So Tinubu has put aside 5.5 billion naira, which is partly $5 million for the entire country education loan fund. Shishi, you know, go get. They will give the loan to a few people. Now those ones go, they give testimony. But you know the rest of you, no be Tinubu born you, they will tell you soon. Tinubu is not your papa. So INEC is going to take 18 billion. Nigeria police are going to take 9 billion because INEC is going to conduct another charade in Kogi, Imo, as well as Bayelsa, starting from the 4th of November. So this is the breakdown of Tinubu's 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget. Ladies and gentlemen, Shishi, Shingbai, are you hearing me? Shingbai is not budgeted to actually help Nigeria economy. Shingbai is budgeted for the real revival of Nigeria economy, the one that will likely put all of you back to job or to work. Nah, listen to your motivational speaker once again. Tinubu, here.
So I assure you, you have a free hand. You must be intellectually inquisitive to ask how, why, when, and why it must be immediate. You have responsibility to serve the people. I've taken a young lady, very dynamic, Addis Ababa Usman, to head that delivery unit. If you have any complaint about her, see me. If you're ready to work with her, stay there. Delivery, yes. We must achieve it. For the sake of the millions of the people. Yes, we are talking about the population of this country. What do you do with it? Make it an asset or a liability? Focus on its progress and come up with bold endeavors. We are great talents around the world. The biggest intellectually sound country in Horn of Africa. Yes, we have challenges in SIA. We have challenges of climate change. South and north of Nigeria is battered with ocean surge. You have desert encroachment in the north. But we are still blessed with arable lands. We can do it. We can build our country. It's not about theoreticians. It's about practical determination and focused evaluation. Yes, it is our country. We have no other one. Let's be proud that we are Nigerians. Now we can do it. You can show leadership. We can fight to make democracy a lasting reference for the rest of Africa. Don't be afraid to take decisions, but don't be antagonistic of your supervisor. If they are wrong, debate it. I stand before you, and I've claimed several occasions, and I'm saying today again, as the president, I can make mistakes. Point it to me. I will resolve that conflict, that error. Perfection is only that of God Almighty. But you are there to help me succeed. Success I must achieve.